Today I have CPR 420, cannabis content creator. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. CPR, your content has helped educate, entertain, and elevate cannabis culture in New Jersey. What drives your creativity? And what advice would you give to other cannabis creators that want to create content and don't know how, or worried about, Zuckerberg and, all the cool now social media blockades that we have now?
So, my inspiration for the content creation and what I do, just I want to see more positivity in the community. So, joint for thought, what I do my content based on is just to really spread the love out here. So much hate going on nowadays in this world, and I think we need to bring more love into the community. What happened to all the potheads? That like, chill, peaceful vibes. Now it's all these angry guys. I got better stuff. It's not I don't think it's about that, man. We gotta inspire people, uplift people.
Yeah, definitely gotta we definitely gotta uplift people in this industry, especially having the lens of cannabis criminals. It's been going down for years now. Reefer madness. The whole story is from years and years and years, I guess, oppression on people that consume cannabis. So uplifting is definitely a top priority, especially in this industry.
To give them hope, because I feel like a lot of people, with just in life general, they lost hope in a lot of things, and just want to inspire people to believe in themselves. Just have that faith, walk by faith.
Yeah, I like that, 'cause especially when they see somebody else, making these positive videos. You know what I mean? It also becomes inspiring. Like I can do that too. I like that. I like what this guy's doing, which is a tough task.
Yes.
What sparked your journey into the cannabis? Like, what made you say, you know what? I know you mentioned that you just wanted to spread positivity, but amongst other that, like what was your aim goal or your main message that you wanted to get across?
So like when I started, I was just a stoner like everyone, just regular stoner shit. And I started seeing like I was already into content creation and like creative directing for a studio, KRTV studio. We got to work with people like Fetty Wap, Little AGs, a bunch of different celebrities. We're not gonna say names, but it's like whole thing where it's like we worked with a lot of other people before, artists in our city, to like, they didn't even like, some people I like their music or believed in them, or like brought them to the studio, created music for them. It's just, again, back to that thing, support local people, support the artists. And it started from there. And then I saw nobody was really doing the cannabis kind of stuff. It was like everyone was scared of it. Everyone was kind of scared at the time to like really just show even their face out there. And I was posting like little videos of me just taking pictures of the weed, and then it became, people come up to me like, here, try my stuff, man. So I would try it and, post it up, and it became something right there, where then 6 or 7 years later, we're here, making content in Jersey, in the dispensary, smoking legal, baby.
Yeah, it's always a good way to reflect, right? I always say that I never thought I would be able to go, for example, when cannabis became legal, I think that first year we met up at the mall parking lot and sparked up and
awesome.
Watched some fireworks on the 4th of July. And I sat there with my high school buddies, and we were all just looking at the fireworks like
in disbelief.
Who
right?
would have thought we would all be standing side by side watching fireworks at a mall parking lot, just vibing and just chilling. You know what I mean? Just taking life in.
It's surreal sometimes. I go outside, I spark a joint, and I'm like, sometimes I gotta look left, right, and be like, are they gonna get me? I'm ready to see the cops. No, but then it's like, it's legal. We gotta make it more. It's the stigma. Where you said that whole thing, the devil's lettuce. People think it's bad. It was already put into our brain, implanted in there. We gotta show people. There's a lot of good things that come from cannabis.
Yeah, definitely. And the unknown still, because there's still a lot of unknowns. Like we know it heals so much, but they say, it can help, cancer, slow down cancer cells. And, there's so much other things, that makes you wonder, like, we just started, diving into this plant.
Yeah, we don't know nothing. It's like the ocean. The ocean, we know like what, 5%.
5%, yeah.
And there's so much terpenes and different like cannabinoids and different things that we can still unlock and we don't even know yet. So
Yeah.
it's endless.
Yeah. Terps are in everything, guys. Anything that has a flavor, smell.
Right now,
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's in the air. You smell it. That pollen that you're gonna smell soon, or already are. It's everywhere. So it's relatable. How do you balance entertainment, educating yourself on certain things, and still keep your content authentic?
So I try and always like, I'm a student, like every day you're learning, bro. Like you got to be humble with it and just like, you see what's going on. Things are changing nowadays. Things that might not work for you before don't work now. You gotta be adaptive, and just know how to be like flexible too. Because I have a family, that I like spending time with them and just doing my own thing. A little bit of gardening and it's just getting out into nature, hanging out and chilling with friends. Because if you put too much of the work and stuff, like just doing that, you're gonna lose yourself,
Yeah.
Like you need time sometimes to sit back and just chill.
Yeah, no, definitely, especially when, like we just said, you don't ever imagine yourself being inside a dispensary talking about what you like, about something you're so passionate about.
And shout out
It's
to you guys for that because you're giving the voice to the people, and I appreciate that. So,
nah, man, no problem, man. Anything, we as well. We try to, me and Chris here, we've been like on the forefront for Dover. Dover had banned, licenses and cannabis, and in Dover. We fought it from the beginning. We used our experience with Sativa Cross as activists to really, come in and take care of our own community. Even so much where we even clean up our own community
and
and
I
just
love
give
that.
out joints.
I saw what you guys were doing, and dude, I was a supporter from like day when I saw that. I'm like, yo, these guys are doing some cool stuff because they care about the community. You're trying to do something for the town, and honestly, people like you deserve it. And
Yeah, man, I
proud of you.
appreciate it. I really appreciate it because, we rolled out and did it like first day of legalization. I think it was like a couple days into legalization. We're like, let's give out joints. Let's do it up.
Do it for the
But
people.
we wanted to break down the stigma. We wanted to let people know, me and you are your neighbors. We do care about the community. We will clean up. We will, do things. We're not lazy. We're not criminals. We're brothers, we're fathers, we have families, we're family oriented people. We're no different than the average person. And we're in your neighborhood. There's so many Chris and Chris's
Yo, we ain't
out
Spider-Man,
there.
but we're in the neighborhood,
Yeah, we're in the neighborhood, that's for sure. It could be your neighbor. It could be anybody, but that's definitely, a way, to, center yourself too, come back to the family and, keep it authentic and, balance is key.
Yes.
Um, so you've, how long have you been doing content for?
For like 7 years, like
7 years.
like dropping videos here and there. But like in the first 2 years, it wasn't like nothing serious. It was just like, hey, let me try. And people were looking at me like, hey, bro, what are you doing? Like, fucking trying to get locked up posting videos of weed. And I'm like, 'cause it was all illegal at the time. So people were looking at me like crazy.
Wow.
And they didn't believe like, hey, I can work with brands. Because I saw the vision like, yo, I can work with these brands. I could also like get into like the whole growing stuff one day and like helping people out. But people would be like, nah, you can't do it, bro. Like where I'm from, Newark, is like people don't have like, not everyone has like that vision to break out of like what you call the hood. They want to all stay like there and just not change. So I saw a point, bro, that I can do something and get involved, and I just went from there, bro.
Yeah, but that's another thing too, is showing your community where you came from, showing them that you can make it somewhere and do something. You don't have to be stuck in, the same old routine. You can break out of that routine, and do something that you're passionate about. Um, 7 years of content creating is a decent amount of years. I'm
And
sure you have your fair share of content.
and it's like anybody that makes content, it's like it's not easy because it's like everyday work and it's just tedious work, and a lot of the time you're editing stuff, and again you got to be ready to go, ready to move,
Yeah.
and just go.
Yeah. It's not just sitting in front of the camera and all that. There's a lot of prep work that comes. Like for example, today I got 3 pages, guys. I had a hefty interview. This is my first big long interviews with several people. I usually, I'm accustomed to one, but it's all about breaking out of that comfort zone and
Doing new stuff.
and doing new stuff. And I enjoy, because I am, I'm educating myself at the same time as I speak to you guys. And not only that, but like I get to see it at a different lens as well. Sometimes as an activist, I get too tunnel vision focused, so like I just aim for that. But it's more than that. It's a lot more. So, what's one of your favorite pieces of content that you have created?
So I actually have like if you go on my page, I don't know if we could show this or something in the video edit, whatever. It's right on my page on the top right. It's pinned. It's a joint for thought video I made. Like like I told you, I worked with a lot of like celebrities before from Brazil, here in America, all this, but it was awesome doing all that. But something I made that I personally like was a content recently that was like it said this: if you're watching this right now, this video is probably meant for you. God's timing is perfect. Never too early, never too late. It takes a little bit of patience and a whole lot of faith, but I promise you, it's worth the wait. Joy for thought.
I like that.
So it was just like something peaceful.
Yeah.
God brought it to me. I believe in God, and it was just something that I seen. Hey, how can I bring also something like that to the community? Like some people are lost nowadays, man, and like I said, if I could bring someone maybe hope or something bigger than what's in this world,
Yeah. Just
That's my thing.
bring a little bit of light to somebody's darkness is
Yes.
always good. Yeah, especially somebody that looks, always is trying to go look for the light and try to, you know what I mean? Like
A lot of
it's
people
very
hit me up already, and we're like, "Yo, dude, like you really helped me with the message." Like random people, dude, that I don't even know, but I'm glad that they found the message, and
yeah.
it did something for them.
As a believer of God as well. They always there's always a thing where like you cross somebody's path for a reason.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that whole join for a thought that you did. You know what I mean? It's crazy how many other people could relate to it without you wanting to intently want to reach. You just wanted to give it out there, put that out there.
For someone going through dark times, like I don't know, we could talk about it. I went through a fire, lost my house, and all that, and
Sorry to hear that.
This happened last July, so it's like I keep it real with you guys, just so you know, like you can make it out of a dark place in life. And I had a lot of people that did support, and shout out to everyone that did show love, because honestly, like God and everyone, like you said, everything works for a reason, and you can get out of that dark place in your life. Just believe.
Yeah, you definitely got to believe in. Is thinking about it now. I went through my fair share of dark times. With my accident, I was in a wheelchair for about 5 years. I had to learn how to walk again. I had to go through several surgeries afterwards. I lost my newborn son during this car accident. So I've hit rock bottom. And when I was in rock bottom, I always tried to look for any little thing, anything that would positively, give me that confidence or help me, try just at least if I get, half a foot or a centimeter to, to a better position than when I was in that dark time, it would have changed everything. And for you to put that out there, it means a lot to me, because I know what it's like to be, in a dark place and looking for, some sort of positive outlook or some sort of light to, get you out. And sometimes it's the smallest things that just ignite the fire,
Yes.
I don't want to keep you up for too much more time. I do want to ask you a couple fun questions after I feel like we need to do a little quick pivot.
Yeah. Switch the vibes.
Switch the vibes. I got some fun questions I always ask. The top one is, after a sesh, what are you looking for in your kitchen to munch on?
Honestly, man, like it's just cook random shit, bro. Like, you know, like honestly, I like noodles. I like making noodles, bro. Yeah. Like
Hell yeah.
like
What do you do with your noodles? Anything?
we can make like shrimp noodles, bro. You know, like don't get me fucked up. I'm a cook too, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'll be cooking and all that.
Yeah, recently I've been getting into my grilling phase. I like I'm from Argentina, so we do a lot of wood, wood asados burned with wood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been into that kick. Sometimes I get stoned. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go buy some picanha. I'll go buy some cow ribs and just
like a cookout.
Just get stoned and start a fire. Chill by the fire.
Smoke some fire.
Yeah, exactly. So if you weren't creating content, and covering, doing cannabis content, what would you be doing? What do you think, life would have taken you if you didn't create this content?
I think I would have probably been doing like more photography, and probably working with like a lot of artists. Like I told you, like we're doing a lot of photography, and why I left that type of world is because, hey, there's a lot of you guys talk about Illuminati, all this crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Very real. I was in that type of world, and I'll tell you right now, God showed me something. And I was like, yo, I don't want to be part of that. I want to do something in my life, because the time that we have here on earth is very important. And you can leave an impact, or you could do nothing in life and serve the wrong purposes. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. You could go anywhere to a vacation, anywhere in the world. You have unlimited funds. What's something that you would do? Maybe it's a series of things. Maybe it's like, all-night bender that leads up to the next day, or what's your dream version of a vacation?
Yo, I would love to visit every city in the world, or like country in the world, with weed, and do like a weed tour. Smoke all the best weed in the world.
Yeah.
But somewhere I want to go for real, just a vacation, is Thailand.
Thailand.
Yeah.
Thailand. I like that. Thailand. I don't know anybody, but I've seen like pictures of like their beaches and their like lifestyle, and like like their little cities and stuff, and just the fact, like, seems like you're like in a rainforest.
And everything's cheap out there too, dude.
Yeah.
It's like amazing.
Yeah. Let's see if I can sneak one more in here. Do you have any hidden talents?
I could draw. Like, I'm good at drawing, but like when I was younger, my grandma used to be like, "Oh, you're gonna draw like my rings," because she used to own like a jewelry company.
Okay.
So I was like, I would draw like random things since I was young, bro, and it was like, I just, I did graffiti. I do all that kind of stuff too back in the day, but now I'm focused more on like cannabis.
So you're like a natural creator, artist.
Yeah.
Just
music too. I did music before, created myself, making music and all that. So like, I like to dabble in everything, bro.
Yeah, it seems like you like to, smoke a fatty and just chill and just, let the mind go, let it flow.
Great.
I appreciate your time, man. It was a pleasure meeting you. I hope to see you more. I hope to be able to see you at a burn up cleanup.
Yep.
Here, it would be great.
You will.
And yeah, man, definitely. What's if you have any shout outs, that's your camera right there. You want to give any shout outs?
I want to shout out Casa Verde for putting this all together. Before I got here, I was at my casa smoking some Verde. So we out here chilling. Thank you guys for having me on the podcast. And shout out to Buttercake. Shout out to Smoke Local. You feel me over here. Shout out to Dispensary Guy. And yo, shout out to Jersey and everyone in the community. One love, baby. And much big things coming. You heard?
Yeah. Get ready for Jersey. Jersey's going to be like the next Cali. If you don't know, you will know, or you're finding out right now. Jersey is going to be, I want it to be bigger than Cali, bigger than Colorado. This is going to be the destination spot right here in the East Coast. It's going to be Jersey. It's not going to be nowhere else.
Right here.
This is going to be right here. Hey, we even got Hollywood coming over here. We got Netflix pulling up. We're shooting movies over here. We got Adam Sandler around somewhere around here. We got people out here. We got actors. We got, hey man, we got Bon Jovi.
You heard?
Who do you guys have? What was that Murphy said? We're Jersey, baby. What else? I think he said something else. I forgot. Sorry, guys. But yeah, where can people find you? You know, your Instagram or your YouTube. If you have anything, where can people, you know, find out, you know, where they can reach out, see your content, and you know, maybe show some love.
Okay, so YouTube is Joint for Thought, Joint, and then the number 4 Thought. Instagram, the real CPR _, and yeah, find me there on all the social media platforms, whatever. And yeah, guys, hope to see you soon. Pull up. We got mad events coming. Want to shout out to Higher Function. We got a bunch of events. We're gonna be teaching, smoking. Just pull up, man. A lot of great things coming, Jersey. I promise you, baby.
Hell yeah! Stay tuned, guys. You know, follow up with CPR 420. Follow up with Smoke Local, the dispensary guy. Follow up with Charlie Next Door for sure. And you know, Mata with her butter cake and her brownies, man. Please don't miss out.
I'm gonna need one of those after.
Definitely gonna get some of these right after this. Enjoy all these promotion deals that we have right here at Casa Verde. Come stop by, talk to our local bud tenders. And yeah, man, enjoy. Have a safe 420. Let's just keep it positive, and you know, let's watch out for each other. And you know, Jersey,
baby.
Pleasure, bro.
That was a good.